Hello friends. So today's topic is how can you memorize English vocabulary? So when we are speaking English and we are learning English speaking, so uh, to make our English effective and make our English very confidently speaking, so we have to learn some vocabulary and we have to use in daily English speaking practice. So there are some techniques that I will share with you. First, in if I talk about myself, I am also English learner. So when if you want to add, or if you want to put some advanced vocabulary or new words in your English speaking, so you have to uh, do some efforts for that, because neither any magic nor any trick that you can secretly learn all the vocabulary. You have to uh, put some efforts, and you have to keep patience. If you want to add some vocabulary in your English speaking, so you have to make some realistic goal. You have to set the realistic goal, because if you will think that you will learn 10 or 20 vocabulary and you will use in a day, so it will not be possible. You have to learn one or two vocabulary daily, and at the last of 30 days you will get so many vocabulary. So to one in a one day you can use two vocabulary, three vocabulary, and try to use them in a sentences. uh, Try and create any situation in your mind and use that words in sentence. For example, if I want to say he is thin, so instead of thin I will use skinny. He is skinny. So that I am using, instead of thin, I am using skinny. By this word you can you will see that you are using and you are speaking advanced vocab in your daily English speaking. Other example, he is fat. Instead of fat you can use he is plump. He is technique. Learn from newspaper. uh, you heard many times that many people says that you have to read newspaper, but many times you will see that a newspaper read a newspaper, you will find difficulty to read, because there were so many advanced vocab. So what you have to do, you don't need to read all newspaper. You can use some specific words, and you can read some one or two line, and you can pick some words. For example, for the first time since the onset of pandemic, so you can pick since the onset. um, Many times we are using since the beginning, but instead of since the beginning you can use since the onset. By this, um, picking up some vocab from the newspaper, you can speak effectively in daily speaking, because uh, we we want to use some advanced vocab, or we want to use some nice words in our English speaking. So you can pick some good words from newspaper. You don't need to read all newspaper at a time. You can pick some vocab from the news. Third, my technique is learn from movies or TV shows. um, if I talk about that, if I will take interest in something, so you can learn very easily. So if you are interested to see movies, so you can watch English movies. uh, by watching English movies, you will you can add some advanced vocab in your speaking. For example, before some time I was watching a English short movie, and that time a boy a, a girl ran away with a boy, but in that movie it was used that she eloped with a boy. So I was thinking that what is the meaning of elope. When I searched in Google, so it was meaning that she ran away with a boy. So if you want to speak effectively, instead of saying she ran away with a boy, you can use she eloped with a boy, so that you can um, you can speak effectively. And my last technique is repeat and repeat. If you will um, if you will notice some vocabulary daily, and if you will write down all vocabulary in your diary or your notebook, and you are using so many vocabulary, and if you want to use all vocabulary in English speaking, so you have to repeat old ones also. If you are learning new ones, if you are learning new vocabulary, so you have to remind, you have to repeat, as well as you have to repeat old vocabulary as well. So my last technique is repeat and repeat.